Hello, everyone, and welcome to the English Learning Podcast. My name is Jake, and I'm really happy you are here today. If you are listening to this podcast, it means you want to improve your English, and that is amazing. You are doing something good for yourself, so well done. In today's episode, we are going to talk about a very important and very easy topic. The topic is talk about daily life in English. Now, don't worry. This episode is made especially for English learners. I will speak slowly, I will use simple words, and I will use short and clear sentences. You don't need perfect English. You don't need big vocabulary. You just need to understand and practice. So, what is daily life? Daily life means the things we do every day. For example, waking up in the morning, eating food, going to work, or school, talking with family, relaxing in the evening. These are simple things, right? But here is the good news. Talking about daily life is the best way to learn English. Why? Because daily life English is real English. People talk about daily life all the time. In this episode, I will help you. Understand how to talk about your daily life, use simple English sentences, feel more confident when you speak. You don't need to speak fast. You don't need to be perfect. Mistakes are okay. Learning takes time. So, relax, take a deep breath, and enjoy this episode with me. All right, let's begin. Now, let's talk about an important question. What does daily life mean? Daily life means the things you do every day. Not special days, not holidays, just normal, everyday life. For example, think about your day. You wake up in the morning. You get out of bed. You wash your face. You brush your teeth. You eat breakfast. This is your daily life. Then, maybe you go to work. Or maybe you go to school or college. You study. You work. You talk to people. This is also your daily life. In the afternoon or evening, you may eat lunch or dinner, talk with your family, watch TV, use your phone, rest, or relax. All of these small actions are part of daily life. Daily life is simple. Daily life is real. And daily life is easy to talk about. You don't need difficult words to talk about daily life. You can use short and easy sentences. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. I go to work. I study English. I eat dinner with my family. See? Very simple English. This is why daily life is a perfect topic for English learners. You already know your life. Now you just need the English words. Don't worry about mistakes. Focus on sharing your life in simple English. All right? Now you understand what daily life means. Next, let's talk about why you should talk about daily life in English. Now let's answer another important question. Why should you talk about daily life in English? First, talking about daily life is easy. You already know what you do every day. You don't need to think too much. You don't need special knowledge. You just talk about your life. Second, daily life English is real English. People don't always talk about big or difficult topics. They talk about simple things like work, food, family plans, daily routines. So, when you practice daily life English, you are practicing the English people use in real life. Third, it helps you feel more confident. When you talk about daily life, you feel relaxed. You are not afraid. You feel more natural. Confidence is very important when learning English. Confidence comes from practice, not perfection. Another reason is this. Daily life English uses common words. Common words are the most important words in English. For example, go eat, work, study, sleep, talk. These words are simple. but very powerful. Also, you can use daily life English every day. You can practice at home. You can practice alone. You can practice anywhere. You don't need a teacher all the time. You don't need a partner all the time. Just talk about your day in English. So remember, talking about daily life is easy. Talking about daily life is useful. Talking about daily life builds confidence. All right, now let's move to the next part. Next, we will talk about how to talk about your morning routine in English. Now, let's talk about your morning routine. Your morning routine is what you do after you wake up. This is a great place to start speaking English, because mornings are almost the same every day. Let me give you some common morning actions. You wake up, you get out of bed, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, then you get dressed, you eat breakfast, you drink tea or coffee. These are very common actions. Now, let's make simple sentences. You can say, I wake up at 6 a.m., I brush my teeth, I take a shower, I eat breakfast. Very easy. Try to use the present simple tense. This tense is perfect for daily routines. For example, I wake up early, I go to work in the morning, I study English after breakfast. You don't need long sentences. Short sentences are good. You can also connect sentences with and. For example, I wake up and brush my teeth. I eat breakfast and drink tea. Now, here is a very important tip. Speak slowly. Don't rush. Don't worry about mistakes. You can practice like this. Talk to yourself in the morning. You can say, I am waking up now. I am brushing my teeth. I am getting dressed. This kind of practice is very powerful. Your morning routine happens every day, so you have a daily chance to practice English. Simple life. Simple English. Daily practice. All right, now you know how to talk about your morning routine. Next, let's talk about work life, or study life in English. Now, let's talk about work life or study life. Most people spend a big part of their day working or studying. So this is a very important topic. First, let's talk about work. If you have a job, you can use very simple sentences. For example, I work in an office. I work in a shop. I work at a hospital. I work from home. You can also say what you do at work. For example, I talk to people. I use a computer. I help customers. You don't need to explain everything. Just say one simple idea. Now, let's talk about study life. If you are a student, you can say, I am a student. I study English. I study at college. I go to school every day. You can also talk about your classes. For example, I have English class. I like my teacher. I study in the morning. Now, let's talk about likes and dislikes. This is very useful in conversation. You can say, I like my job. I don't like my job. I like studying English. I don't like exams. These sentences are simple but very natural. People often ask questions like, what do you do? Where do you work? What do you study? You can answer with short sentences. That is okay. Remember, you don't need perfect English. You need clear English. Work or study life is a daily topic, so practice talking about it every day. All right, now let's move to the next part. Next, we will talk about food, family, and free time. Now, let's talk about three very common parts of daily life: food, family, and free time. These topics come up in conversation all the time. First, let's talk about food. Food is easy to talk about because everyone eats. You can say, I eat breakfast at home. I eat lunch at work. I eat dinner with my family. You can also talk about what you like. For example, I like rice. I like bread. I like tea. I don't like spicy food. Very simple sentences are enough. Now, let's talk about family. You can talk about who you live with. For example, I live with my family. I live with my parents. I live alone. You can also say, I have one brother. I have two sisters. My family is very kind. You don't need to share many details. Just simple information is okay. Now, let's talk about free time. Free time is the time when you relax. You can say, I watch TV. I use my phone. I listen to music. I go for a walk. You can also say when you do these things. For example, in the evening, I relax. On the weekend, I rest. These sentences are easy and natural. Food, family, and free time are friendly topics. People like to talk about them. So practice these topics often. Use short sentences. Speak slowly. Feel comfortable. All right, now let's talk about some common mistakes learners make and how to fix them. Now, let's talk about common mistakes English learners make when talking about daily life. Don't worry. Everyone makes mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. The first common mistake is thinking too much. Many learners stop and think a lot before speaking. They want the sentence to be perfect, but perfect English is not important. Clear English is important. How to fix this? Use short sentences. Speak one idea at a time. For example, instead of a long sentence, say, I wake up early. I go to work. Simple is good. The second common mistake is using very difficult words. Some learners try to use big words to sound smart, but this can make speaking harder. How to fix this? Use common words. For example, say start instead of commence. Say help instead of assist. Simple words are powerful. The third common mistake is translating word by word. Learners think in their own language and then translate into English. This makes speaking slow and confusing. How to fix this? Think in simple English sentences. For example, think, I am tired. Not a long sentence. The fourth common mistake is fear of mistakes. Many learners feel shy. They feel afraid of speaking wrong English. But remember this. Everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers make mistakes. How to fix this? Be kind to yourself. Speak more. Practice every day. Mistakes mean you are learning. So remember, don't think too much. Don't use difficult words. Don't be afraid. Now, let's move to the next part. Next, I will share some simple daily practice tips. Now, let's talk about simple daily practice tips. You don't need many hours to practice English. You just need a few minutes every day. The first tip is talk to yourself in English. This is very powerful. You can do it anywhere. For example, I am cooking now. I am walking. I am feeling tired. No one is listening. So don't feel shy. The second tip is describe your actions. When you do something, say it in English. For example, I am making tea. I am opening my phone. I am sitting at my desk. This helps your brain think in English. The third tip is use short sentences. Don't try to say a lot at one time. Say one simple sentence. Short sentences are easy to remember. Short sentences are easy to say. The fourth tip is practice every day. Even 5 or 10 minutes is enough. Daily practice is better than long practice one day. Make English part of your daily life. The last tip is don't wait to be perfect. You learn by speaking. You grow by making mistakes. So speak today. Speak tomorrow. Speak every day. All right, now we are almost at the end. Next, let's finish with a summary and final encouragement. Now, let's quickly review what we learned today. We talked about daily life. We learned how to speak about our morning routine, work or study life, food, family, and free time. We also talked about common mistakes learners make and how to fix them. And I shared simple daily practice tips to help you speak English every day. Remember, the most important things are: use simple sentences, speak slowly and clearly, practice every day. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Your English will get better step by step. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to start and keep practicing. So today, take one small step. Talk about one part of your daily life in English. It can be your morning routine, or what you ate, or what you did yesterday. Just start. Remember, practice is more important than perfection. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Thank you so much for listening. Keep practicing, stay confident, and enjoy speaking English. I'm Jake, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.